The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, can be heard every Sunday at 9 p.m. right here on The Answer San Diego. Life is full of circles, cycles, phases, and stages. It's your choice to ignore or embrace them. Motivational speaker, author, military veteran, and founder of the J.C. Cooley Foundation, James Cooley and his guest will inspire and equip you to strive for your own greatness and overcome adversities. Listen to The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, every Sunday at 9 p.m. right here on The Answer San Diego.
The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, can be heard every Sunday at 6 p.m. right here on The Answer. Life is full of circles, cycles, phases, and stages. It's your choice to ignore or embrace them. Motivational speaker, author, military veteran, and founder of the J.C. Cooley Foundation, James Cooley and his guest will inspire and equip you to strive for your own greatness and overcome adversities. Listen to The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, every Sunday at 6 p.m. right here on The Answer.
Yeah. Dr. James J.C. Cooley. The James Cooley Show. It's your life. Yeah.
Hello, welcome to the James Cooley Show, It's Your Life. I'm your host, Dr. James J.C. Cooley, and wow, we got an absolutely magnificent show. Yeah, you can tell the excitement. I'm excited. I'm excited about this one. So we got an absolutely fantastic show coming your way today. I'm not going to give it away, Michelle. I know you think I'm going to give away the title and all that stuff. I'm not. So how you doing today? How you doing, Michelle?
I am doing great. Of course, it is still hot here in Texas. It always is. It's humid and hot, but you know what? I'm excited because we have an amazing show today regarding an amazing event that's coming up and you are a part of.
Yes, I am looking so forward to this event. I'm just excited. I mean, I know the guests that's on here are going to be there. They're excited as well. I forgot Todd. Hey, Todd, I'm sorry. I tell you what, before we even start, let's lock in all of the platforms at the same time. So, Todd, let's do it.
That's right. It's the show. It's your life. With Dr. James J.C. Cooley. It's your life. That's right. Dr. James.
Hello. Welcome to the James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, and I'm your host, Dr. James J.C. Cooley. We got an absolutely fantastic show coming your way today. I'm excited. I'm excited about the guests. I'm excited about the event. I'm excited about everything. So Michelle, are you excited?
I am excited.
I tell you what, why don't we get this started? Because we got a lot of guests that we're going
Yes.
to talk to today. So can you please introduce the title of the show, the purpose of the show, and introduce these absolutely fantastic guests?
Yes. Well, the title of today's show is Unlocking Africa's Trade and Investment Future. Countdown to ATIC 2025. We are so excited about this. So we're having a conversation, and we have like 6 people on the show to talk to. We are having a discussion with Dr. Pauline Crawford, founder and chief vision officer of Corporate Heart International, author and program director for the International University of Entreprenology. Neema Mleli, she's an advocate, executive director of Global Chamber Tanzania, leadership roles in integrated empowerment initiatives and Africhen company Tanzania. Hervol, the founder, CEO of Premier Properties Global Agency and Premier Investment Consulting. Ade J, he's a CEO of Services Ltd, president, a visionary, multi-purpose cooperative co-founder and president. We have Senator Amelia Kalembong, educator, political leader, businesswoman, philanthropist, board chair, Green Springs Digital University. And we have Godfrey Mondi, international trade and investment specialist, co-founder and CEO, Malmore Group Company Ltd, global advisor. Ooh, I think I said it all.
Yeah, it's two more guests, but they seem to be disconnected. But if they get connected, we will add them onto the show as well. I tell you what, I want to get started because this is such a fantastic. So, Neema, I want to start with you. You are the key point of this event that's coming up, the organizer, and you have been doing an absolutely wonderful job. So, Neema, can you tell our viewers and listeners a little bit about this event that's coming up and some of the things that it entails?
Thank you, Dr. Cooley. It's a pleasure to be here again. And I just love the topic. I love to talk about ATIC. It's my favorite story right now. And ATIC is more just than a conference, it's a continental movement. What makes it unique is the depth of engagement from both the public and the private sectors, the expanded focus across industries, ranging from trade, agriculture to real estate, health, and mining. And all this is happening in the 9th to 11th of July 2025 in Tanzania, Dar es Salaam, Hyatt Hotel. So I'm really excited and seeing all of you here, and I can't wait to host you and welcoming you to Tanzania.
Wow. So you built a hybrid experience on how to participate across Africa and abroad. And can you tell our viewers and listeners how meaningful that is to bring people together, continent together, countries together?
It is very important, as in right now there's a lot going on in the world and Africa. Uh, we are pushing the implementation of AFCFTA, the intra-Africa trade. So it's a very important time for Africa and also for Tanzania, as we all know that Tanzania is surrounded by 8 countries, and making it the host for this year, I think we are setting a stage for other African countries. Tanzania is in a lot of trade integration, like East African Community, SADC, and a member of ECOWAS. So this is a very important time for all of us. Thank you.
So Pauline, wow, that I know you've been working with Neema and her groups for quite some time. Can you tell our viewers and listeners how important it is to create those relationships and to help reach out and uplift others so that they will be growing up and continue to progress as our future leaders of tomorrow?
Was that to me?
Yes.
I'm so excited to be here with all of you. So what I love about this conference, and Neema's the most amazing woman I've ever met, I have to say. She's got such passion and courage, and I'm really looking forward to getting to know you, Senator and Mondi. I think what's really important to me is, as a Brit who lives in the US and I've lived in Malaysia, I want to bring the whole world together. And of course, Africa is a huge continent. It's so rich with people and export and trade, and also young people. So Neema and I have been working with young people, and these are the emerging leaders of the future. So as well as working with women and men, we need to make sure that we understand the under 30s and how will they see trade. So it's really important that we do these things, that we bring connectivity across the world. I, for one, know that people are people everywhere in the world. I know we have different cultures and we honor different cultures, but at the end of the day, we all have a heart that beats and a voice that shares. And this is what I'm really looking forward to actually being in the room with dignitaries, with different countries, with different aspects of business and life. So for me, that's the most important thing that we're going to be doing. And even though it's going to take me about 26 hours to get there, I know you as well, Dr. Cooley. Actually, the world is quite a small place, really. We just have to be there. Yeah.
Hello.
So back to you, Dr. Cooley. And I'm so delighted that we have got you coming with us with your cameraman. We're going to do amazing things and share the story with the world.
We are. It's going to be amazing. We hopefully we get an opportunity to interview a lot of folks, share the stories, share the things that we're doing, and also bring all 54 other African nations together. So I think we got Ada here now. Ada, can you hear me? Hello? I guess we lost her again. So one other thing, you had mentioned something about 18 to 30. Now, I think a time that you had mentioned to me that the population, I'm talking about in Africa, most of the folks, at least 50% is under 30 and 50% is over 30. Why is it so important that we educate the 30 and under to get them the necessary skill sets to be our future leaders of tomorrow?
Well, I'd like to answer that is that we've all got wisdom. So whether we're under 30 or over 30, the world has changed. It's changed from the old days when I was a young girl, where there was very much more rigid generational pockets. Nowadays, we're all on social media, we're all on computers, we're all able to get into AI, and we've got so much wisdom to share, not just old to young or young to old, but mixing the two together. So my vision is creating partnerships between young emerging leaders and mature leaders and seeing what we can create, which brings a whole century together. So I think that is one of the gifts that we will have in the room. We'll have these wonderful young minds sharing with mature minds who have been around a long time, as I have, and they can share cultural traditions. We honor traditions, but we also honor the young who maybe want to change some of those traditions. We'll find out in the room.
Yeah, I tell you, I always been a strong believer that you mix the young, and I call it seasoned, not old. Mix them together, and I tell you, the great traits, if your right mentor, will rub off on the mentees, and they will learn the right thing to do. We're going to take a station break, but we're going to come back. We got a lot more to go in this show, and we got a lot more guests that we're going to talk to. So I'll tell you what, if you want to be part of this great conversation, all you have to do is just go to the comments on whichever platform that you're watching us on. Ask any question that you might have. I promise you we'll get you an answer. Or you can pick up the phone and dial 1-888-344-1170. Again, that's 1-888-344-1170. It's your life, and we'll see you shortly after the break.
It's your life, your life, your life, your life. Dr. J.C. Cooley.
Oh yeah. But strange on you. In the heart of Tanzania, where dreams expand, we gather for prosperity, united we stand. Innovation in the air, opportunities unfold. Africa is rising, let the future be bold. Break the chains of the past, look ahead with pride.
Hello Africa, greetings to you wherever you are. The Africa Trade and Investment Conference 2025 kicks off from July 9th to 11th. Dar es Salaam, Tanzania is where the future is gathered. Register now, don't miss this chance to connect, learn and lead. Come hear from the leaders, the visionaries, change makers, and policy drivers shaping Africa's tomorrow. It's all about building prosperity through trade, innovation, and continental collaboration. With strong support from trusted partners across sectors, this is a united front for progress. Together, we rise to build a stronger, smarter, and more connected Africa.
Really get a chance to know who you are. And once you know who you are, you truly know who you are, love who you are. Love who you are. You're a masterpiece. Love who you are. Love who you were born to be. Love me some me. That's what I'm talking about. When you leave high school, you gotta know today or tomorrow, hopefully today, what your plans are. Hopefully, there is no bad decision unless there is no plan. Create, collaborate, commit with confidence. Commit with what? Commit with what? In everything that you do.
Welcome to Viridian Christian University, where faith and learning come together to transform lives. At VCU, we believe that education is more than just academics. It's about fostering a community of growth, integrity, and purpose. Whether you're pursuing a bachelor's, master's, or doctorate, VCU offers flexible, affordable, and 100% online degree programs that cater to your busy life. Our innovative platform provides a personalized learning experience, empowering you to thrive in today's ever-evolving world. Join a global community of learners guided by an experienced faculty who are committed to your success. With VCU, you're not just earning a degree, you're preparing for a future that integrates faith, leadership, and service. Viridian Christian University, educating with purpose, transforming lives. Learn more at ViridianChristianUniversity.com. ViridianChristianUniversity.com. Education is more than just academics. It's about fostering a community of growth, integrity, and purpose. Whether you're pursuing a bachelor's, master's, or doctorate, VCU offers flexible, affordable, and 100% online degree programs that cater to your busy life. Our innovative platform provides a personalized learning experience, empowering you to thrive in today's ever-evolving world. Join a global community of learners guided by an experienced faculty who are committed to your success. With VCU, you're not just earning a degree, you're preparing for a future that integrates faith, leadership, and service. Viridian Christian University, educating with purpose, transforming lives. Learn more at ViridianChristianUniversity.com.
Hey, it's your life.
Hello. Welcome back to the James Cooley Coach of Life. And I tell you what, this conference is coming up the 9th through the 11th in Tanzania. Wow, it's going to be fantastic. And all of these great folks that are on here are making things happen, making this a reality, bringing people together, bringing nations together. And, so it takes a lot of folks. They said it takes a village to solve a lot of problems, and I think that is so true. So I'll tell you, if you want to be part of this great conversation, all you have to do is just go to the platform that you're watching us on, the comments, ask any question that you might have, or pick up that phone and dial 1-888-344-1170. Again, that's 1-888-344-1170. Senator, how are you doing today?
Senator, you're on mute. You got to take yourself off of mute. Thank you.
How you doing today, Senator? How you doing?
I've been longing for this late night Zoom that we are doing. To be part of it and to participate and write my name on the sands of time as to how Africa can be free and trade freely amongst themselves.
Absolutely.
I'm just so excited about ATIC, and I won't pretend to you that I gave my definition of what ATIC is all about. I thought that this would be the catalyst that is going to push forward in a very fast way the protocol agreement that was taken at Kigali. I also think that ATIC is the engine that is going to drive forward and in a very fast way, cutting across all sorts of boundaries and barriers to bring to realization the free trade that we are all clamoring for. Consequently, being a part of this, I think it's only God that I can glorify. I want to particularly thank Neema. She got out to me when I was in the US. It looks like it was a dream. We are going to turn protocols now into partnership, and aspiration is to actionable trade. Because once it's not laid in bookshelves, once it's not forgotten in drawers, once paper is translated to action, the driving force is going to be there. And I can assure you that the speed at which this particular institution has grown, I'm surprised. 2018, 2024, that's just a couple of years. Normally when things germinate or when they resurrect, when dry bones want to live again, it needs the appearance of Jesus. But this time around, dry bones are living even without Jesus coming back. You see, ATIC has come to water down the bubbling tempers and frustrations of our continent. It's come to help us realize that you cannot do it alone. It's come to break the dream, the vision that traders had in these parts of the world, because we are just at the baby stage of everything. I say that because we are doomed into the primary productive stage. So with ATIC, many things are going to come in place. And I think that education, which is the key of all of this, if we disseminate the information to people and press hard on government institutions and create the awareness in the minds and hearts of individuals, all of that put together is going to resurrect hope. The hope that we have been, hopelessness that we have been dwelling in is going to be buried. Once the human mind has hope, believes, it's going to reduce the Mediterranean drowning of our youths who are trying to find better future somewhere else, or the heat scorching of our children in the deserts, or the missing in the forest under the canopy of trying to transcend continental boundaries to get to the promised land. I think Africa actually is the promised land. It just suffices that ATIC has come to create that awareness that we can do it wherever we are and together as Africans. How would you explain to me that if I can mine gold and sell gold, I will not be on top of the world? How do you explain to me that if I can have my forest behind my house, I have my timber, and I transform it to what I want? How can you explain to me that I will not be on top of the world? The problem is that we'll be very dormant, very docile, and all our laws have never been ignited into any particular bill or action. But I have a dream that ATIC is going to bridge that gap. And when I see the faces that I see here that are cutting across the boundaries of age gaps, no two people here belong to the age bracket. The way I see, except Neema and Mondi, you surely belong to the same age bracket. But all of us here, we are going. And what are we leaving behind as the memory? What will people remember us for? People will surely remember us that we have broken the protocol that existed before ATIC came into limelight, that a Tanzanian must sell her product only to a German, that a Cameroonian must ship her products to London or Paris. We are going to break that ice, that myth. We are going to change the narrative, and the story through ATIC will never be told again the same. Thank you very much. We are here to pick up pieces of information from each other and build. We have the skeleton there. The skeleton was laid to us there in Kigali. You have come with the flesh. How are we going to put the pound of flesh at the proper disposition so that the figure is not upside down? So we have to go piecemeal. And I think with the exposure, with the goodwill, with the savoir-faire, a bit of French now has to come into the picture, savoir-faire, the know-how, that's what I mean. And with the bubbling that I see in everybody, Dar es Salaam is going to be something else. Come one, come all. We're going to watch, we'll be there, we will see, we will listen, we will participate, and we'll come out with policies that will continue the evolutionarization of our trade in Africa. Thank you very much, and good evening.
Well, Senator, that was great. That was. Got one more question. You had mentioned hope, and that's what it's all about, is instilling hope in others, that they can do anything that they set their mind to. So real quickly, what kind of institutional frameworks are needed to remove trade barriers and empower SMEs?
So is that directed to a particular person or to me?
You sir.
Well, you see, institutions generally, when you call a particular framing an institution, it definitely has set rules that they've put in place. And every country has its constitution. Country A does not have the same constitution with country B. There may be some cross similarities here and there, but a majority of it are differences. And so I think ATIC should dare to harmonize these differences, come out with a common platform, which serves as a springboard to help Africans to realize that we can do it amongst ourselves, and we can create space for foreign investors to come and stay in there. How are we going to do this? To harmonize, we have to reduce the barrier of trade. We have to lower cost and delay. Let me just give you a quick example. You ship a container from Europe through Benin, Togo. You're going to do your clearance online. By the time you get to Togo, your container is waiting for you to pick up. That same scenario does not obtain in another country. Why not? I take a blanket example like Cameroon, that a container, you may have to come and wait for 2 weeks, or you track the container. And by the time it gets to Cameroon, before you start doing all the paperwork, it's a heck of a problem. So therefore, if we bring a common platform where clearances are done online, it's in the air, digitalized, then you can sit in the US, send a container here, and you take it out of the port, the same custom duty, the same custom alienation that obtain in country A should be in country B. We are caught in our own trap because of greed, because of fear of the unknown, and because of lack of information. Why would we as Africans not be able just to cut your timber and log it freely? After all, we have all the natural dispensation that it takes for us to do free trade amongst ourselves. But because we are tied down to the old school thought that I can do it myself, the world has evolved. You cannot do it all by yourself this time. You need the shoulder to support the chest bone for the body structure not to be deformed. And that shoulder, as I speak, is ATIC. ATIC, we have to harmonize matters. We enable regional integration as the protocol had emanated in Kigali. Because, like I say, if we do not harmonize the things we are going to discuss in Kigali, then there will be diversification.
Hold that thought. We got to take a station break. This is so great. I'll tell you what. When we come back, Mr. Godfrey Mundo, you're up next. I'm just giving you a heads up. So I tell you what, if you want to be part of this great conversation, all you have to do is just go to the platform that you're watching us on, ask any questions that you might have in the comments. We'll get you an answer. Pick up the phone and dial 1-888-344-1170. It's your life. We'll see you shortly after the break.
That's right. It's your life.
At Peru.
Hello Africa, greetings to you wherever you are. The Africa Trade and Investment Conference 2025 kicks off from July 9th to 11th. Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, is where the future is gathered. Register now, don't miss this chance to connect, learn, and lead. Come hear from the leaders, the visionaries, change makers, and policy drivers shaping Africa's tomorrow. It's all about building prosperity through trade, innovation, and continental collaboration. Strong support from trusted partners across sectors, this is a united front for progress. Together, we rise to build a stronger, smarter, and more connected Africa.
Africa is rising, and the world is watching. This July, Tanzania hosts the Africa Trade and Investment Conference, the ATIC, 2025. A bold step toward Agenda 2063 and the African Continental Free Trade Area. From youth innovation to women in export, from mining to real estate, from B2B to G2G, this is where transformation happens. Break barriers and be a part of the future of Africa.
The future is here.
Now is the time to pursue the greatness in you. Welcome to Viridian Christian University, where faith meets future. We are a fully accredited, 100% online Christian university. We offer bachelor's degree, master's and doctorate degree programs, built for students like you. Affordable tuitions, 30+ degree programs, 100% online and flexible. Integrating faith with learning. Study from anywhere at your pace. At VCU, we do not just prepare you for a degree. We prepare you for purpose. Discover who you are, grow in faith, and build a future that impacts the world.
Are you ready to start your journey today? Visit www.viridianchristianuniversity.com.
Apply today and be among the global leaders.
A Black Man's Point of View is the newest Amazon.com #1 release and bestseller book from author Dr. James J.C. Cooley, featuring the perspective from 11 other contributing authors. In A Black Man's Point of View, Dr. James Cooley unpacks his thoughts and personal experiences about the challenges, stereotypes, and feelings of self-worth that many black men face today due to a 400-year ancestry rooted in slavery and colonization. Yet, how so many black men move forward despite this history. Most importantly, A Black Man's Point of View conveys that all men, regardless of race, creed, or color, are capable of love, respect, and dignity. Described as a map to a greater life from the heart of a man who's experienced life's misfortune and harsh conditions, James shows us how beliefs, convictions, and a healthy mentality can help propel a life worth living. A must-read for all. Order your copy of A Black Man's Point of View by author Dr. James J.C. Cooley today from Amazon.com or wherever books are sold.
Dr. James J.C. Cooley. It's your life.
Welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life. Now, the senator, you were preaching over there. You were doing it. That was so inspiring.
She was powerful. She was absolutely powerful. That's why he gave it all these claps and everything. You are passionate about what you do, and we're passionate to hear just how amazing you are.
Yeah, so we got another powerful a person coming up right now. Godfrey Mundu. I think I got your name right. I'm not 100% sure. But did I get it right?
You tried your best. Yes, you did right. It's Monday.
Monday. What does hosting this prestigious Pan-African conference mean for Tanzania?
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Cooley and the rest of the speakers. As I've been introduced, my name is Godfrey Mon. I'm an entrepreneur and trade and investment specialist based in Dar es Salaam, partly Dar es Salaam, which is the capital, the commercial city of Tanzania, and doing some farming in the other regions here in Tanzania. Well, yes, that's a great question, Cooley, and I must say that, as the senator mentioned, again, Tanzania has been a center for liberation since colonial era, and it helped, and I think most, or if not all, the sub-Saharan African countries to gain their sub-Saharan African countries, to gain their political independence from colonialists. So this conference means that it's Tanzania regaining its position on supporting and advocating for intra-African trade and investment, and sending that message to other African countries that Africa should be ready to trade among itself, support cross-border investments, and both in goods and services. I mean, it's both recorded that I think Africa is one of the stingy continent. It has strict regulations in trading among itself than even trading with outside continents, including Asia, Europe, and America. So this conference, it's very important to provide that platform, and Tanzania being at the center and leading that conversation on free trade across Africa, free investment across Africa. And perhaps some audience who might want to understand now, when we talk about Africa, what has Africa owns or possess that we must, all of us, now come down to Dar es Salaam and participate in this conference. I must say, I mean, there's a popular saying that challenges are also opportunities. Africa has a couple of challenges, which again will turn out to be great opportunities, and people could make money. For those of us who love eating, including myself, Africa imports spend somewhere around $75 billion each year importing food and food stuff. So $75 billion, again, that's equivalent to Tanzanian GDP. And that's only on food stuff. At the same time, I mean, 60% of the African land is arable, only 20% is under active cultivation, or less than 20% is under active cultivation. You cannot compare this with the US or Europe, which is there's no new farms could be developed now in this continent. So whoever is interested in expanding in farming business and feeding Africa and making money by ensuring there's access to food and food security in across Africa, then Africa is the next market. Pharmaceutical industry. I mean, we have over 1.4 billion people, 1.7 billion people by 2030. It's only 2% of the essential medicines are produced locally within Africa, and the rest of the 98% is imported from either Asia, Europe, or America. Again, setting up some factories here in Tanzania for essential medicines again will provide an opportunity and good rewards. Senator mentioned the protocols and the Kigali agreements that African head of states ratified. With that, the AFCFTA, or the African continent, has a strategy in place to ensure that by 2030, we're able at least to produce 60% of essential vaccines. So whoever is interested now to come and invest in Africa, there is a continental-wide movement to support made in Africa vaccines and pharmaceutical products. So this conference again, it's a platform to translate the protocols and agreement that African continent has among the member states, but also again look at external opportunities that are available. We know again Africa is mostly least developing countries and few are in the medium and the developing countries. This country, both of them have access to preferential markets beyond Africa. Again, there is an AGOA, though it's under scrutiny with the current regime in the US. We are hoping for the best, that President Trump will reconsider and have it and sustain and extend it. So Africa exports to the US, African countries export to Europe under preferential agreement. Africa countries exports to Asia again under preferential agreement. So when somebody is consented to doing business with Africa, you can look at it in three ways. One, supporting Africans, meeting the African demand. But second, addressing African problems that are existing in Africa, either infrastructural deficit, essential medicine, whatever else. But also using Africa as a center for production, producing for the world. It's cheaper to produce in Africa. There's nearly almost whatever is needed. Challenges are there, but again, with the challenges, it still gives you a good margins compared to the rest of to other regions across Africa. It's peaceful. I mean, it's a peaceful continent. Apart from the few countries that now are trying to gain their getting rid of turmoil in the respective country, but all in all, it's one of the peaceful continent. If you're outside Africa, you might be misled by what you see in CNN or Al Jazeera or these other mainstream media. But Africa is peaceful, and you can do business and make money in Africa.
It sounds so great. I'm talking about what you're saying, bringing people together and bringing people together, and also getting nations to trade. Because Africa, in my opinion, it's rich with everything, and the world needs Africa. So I'm on point. Ada, can you hear me? Are you there?
I'm there.
Hey, how are you doing today? How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, so
good evening once again for everybody.
It's so exciting to have you on. So I'm gonna start out. I think we got about 4 minutes before the break, but you are spearheading the launch of the African Women in Export Network. That is so. Can you tell us about that? What does that entail, and why are you so passionate about export?
Thank you so much. It's just a natural thing about me. I think from very young age, I so much love Africa. I love home so much. I feel comfortable at home. I don't want to live in any other part of the continent than home. When my parents sent me abroad to go and to come and school over there, I was just in barely 2 weeks. I couldn't get myself. I was taken to hospital. The doctor said nothing is wrong with me. And I told my father that I have to go back home. Home is home. There's no place back home. So I think that's one of the reasons for me thinking that we have to channel everything, every of our energy to sustain Africa, for Africa to liberate, and for the women to take over the world. I will first thank you and your team for all the support you've been giving to us. Dr. Crawford, thank you so much, ma. We really appreciate every part of you. Thank you. For me, channeling the AWEN, African Women in Export Network, I believe so much that we have a lot. The global bless Africa with abundance. Talk of food, spices, fruit, name it, there is nothing we don't have. So for that, we have to take the bull by the moon for ourselves to let the whole world knows we are blessed and we are ready to utilize what we have. The launch of African Women in Export as ATIC 25 is a pivotal moment for African trade and investment future. And why now? It's because across the continent, we are seeing a surge in women-led entrepreneurs.
Hey, Ada, can you hold that thought? We got to take a station break right now. But we're gonna come back. We're gonna pick it back up with you, and then we're gonna get Erica on. So I'll tell you what. I hope you are enjoying this discussion as much as we are. And I tell you what, if you want to be part of this conversation, just go to the platform that you watch us on. Ask any question that you might have. I promise you we'll get you an answer. It's your life, and we'll see you shortly after the break.
Dr.
There's much truth in a journey that
Dr. Michelle Cooley. Heart disease research saves lives. It's that simple. Thanks to medical advancements funded by the American Heart Association, more women are surviving heart attacks, strokes, and other cardiovascular diseases than ever before. But there's still so much work to do.
Hi, I'm Dr. James J.C. Cooley, and I'm raising funds to support life-saving research because every heartbeat is worth fighting for. In honor of Women's History Month, please join me in support of the American Heart Association and women's health.
Hello Africa, greetings to you wherever you are. The Africa Trade and Investment Conference 2025 kicks off from July 9th to 11th. Dar es Salaam, Tanzania is where the future is gathered. Register now, don't miss this chance to connect, learn and lead. Come hear from the leaders, the visionaries, change makers, and policy drivers shaping Africa's tomorrow. It's all about building prosperity through trade, innovation, and continental collaboration. Strong support from trusted partners across sectors, this is a united front for progress. Together, we rise to build a stronger, smarter, and more connected Africa.
Noah Dingley here, producer of The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life. And the new audio version of James' book, Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet, is a must-have. James shares his true life story of struggle and success in America. It's both a cautionary tale and a roadmap to achieving the American dream. Get the new audio version of Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet by James Cooley on Amazon.com or wherever audiobooks are sold.
With Dr. James J.C. Cooley.
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life, and I tell you, I just thoroughly enjoying this discussion that we're having with everyone here. And just everyone brings a different piece to the table, but all of those pieces are the ones that finalize the puzzle. So all of them are needed. And I tell you, I'm just enjoying each and every last one of you all as relate to the things that we all are doing and you all are doing in Africa and building harmony and trust around the world. And I know that Mr. Mondai mentioned something. I hope President Trump reconsider and help contribute to the growth and the development of partnering with African nations. So it's so important, So I want to get Erica on. Are you there, Erica?
I am here, Dr. Cooley. Thank you so much.
How are you doing? How you doing?
I'm doing wonderfully well. Thank you very much. My apology not to have my face forward, but I have the benefit of seeing all these esteemed, wonderful, smiling faces on my end. I am traveling, so I do apologize, but happy to be here. So thankful.
I think it's so important, a lot of things that you're doing, especially from a global investment perspective. And, can you tell our viewers and listeners a little bit about you and the role that you're going to play in this great conference that we're going to have?
Thank you so much. So my background is in real estate in general, and I've had the fortune of being involved in different aspects under the real estate umbrella. My passion is collaborating on projects with other countries, development opportunities, talking and having conversations about sustainability, um, building smart cities, working on infrastructure to facilitate a work-life balance for everyone and to afford the opportunity for people to have access to what they need reasonably easily, just to make it convenient so there's not a lot of time spent in transportation and things like that. And also, I'm equally passionate about enabling women and encouraging women to own more property, residential, to be more involved on the development side, to be property owners for commercial assets and lease those properties to businesses as well.
Wow. So how does AWIN position itself to, that's another question. How can African entrepreneur and governments attract long-term foreign investments, particularly in the area of real estate that you're talking about?
I love the opportunity that this conference presents. Everyone has spoken of it here. The senator, everything you have said, I was just very intrigued and focused on all that you were saying. So thank you for sharing that. I feel you're very welcome. I feel it's so important for us to connect. Just align with partners to share resources, to start meeting people like will happen at this conference that will afford countries in Africa to align with partners, whether it be in the US, the European Union, the UK, wherever else it might be, to establish strategic partnerships based on trust, respect, and integrity, and then foster those relationships so that we can identify points of collaboration. Because, in all honesty, we all have similar challenges it's not necessarily particular to one country or one continent or another. We all have the same things that we need to discuss. So I think from the countries in Africa will do well to find trusted partners to utilize their resources and their contacts to grow and connect with even more people in industries so that collaboration can happen. And we, as brothers and sisters all around the globe, can start leaving something better for the world than as we found it.
Wow, we're down to the last 2 minutes of the show. I just want to thank each and every last. This is incredible. We got to do this again. I mean, we got to do this again. This was so fantastic, so educational, and so I like to thank Neema primarily, putting all this together. I like to thank each and every last one of you. I like to thank Michelle for putting together another absolutely fantastic program. I'd like to thank our viewers and listeners for tuning in to the James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, and 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I always say, always dream big. Dream big at everything you do. Dream big, think big, and be big at everything you do. Looking forward to this conference. Looking forward to meeting each and every last one of you. Getting some interviews if you guys have time. So thank you so much. We'll be back Monday, same time, same place. It's your life, and we'll see you then.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Doctor. You've related so beautifully.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So
wonderful.
Bye.
Bye.
I wish tomorrow we are heading on to diaspora, but we'll be there. Don't worry.
It's going to be fantastic. Well done, Neema.
Well done. Here we go.
Neema.
And everybody else.